Arvind Kejriwal's fourth bombshell, this time exposing big names who have dirty money in Swiss banks. That's what he's claiming. Political reaction coming in quickly. Let's listen in to BJP's Nirmala Seetharaman.
And ensure that this money is brought back. But when in 2009, Shri Advani ji raised it, all of you all will also remember, and we have repeatedly said this, the Congress party only mocked at it, laughed at it, as though it was not an issue at all. But having won the election, and probably having gauged the mood of the nation, they had to come in to say within 100 days that they will take steps to get the black money back to the country. But after that, naturally, nothing was moving. Because that is what is expected from the Congress party. One didn't expect that they would rapidly change from making black money a laughable issue from their point of view to actively work on it. But suddenly, subsequently, because of the various international pressures, you had a list of 22 people whose black account or money abroad details came from Liechtenstein. Then subsequently, when the issue also because of some PIL came through the Supreme Court, the courts had asked the government to submit that list to the court itself. This government did a very selective job of presenting a list to the court even then. All the 22 names were not revealed. Some names were revealed, and after that, because the court's pressure was on them, they still had some raids conducted on some of the names which were released. Even then, the Bharatiya Janata Party, from this very platform, had demanded that all the 22 names be released rather than be selective about it. You would even, in fact, remember that because of the repeated pressure that we put on the government, in January, February of 2011, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, who was the finance minister then, held a special press conference to say the kind of measures that this government was going to take in order to get the black money back. If I remember correct, one or two of the points were that they're constituting a committee to study the issue of black money and not agreeing to the kind of figures that were floating outside as to the volume of black money which was estimated by various different, domain experts and their assessments. They said they would form a committee to work out the methodology through which they will get the black money back into this country. That was early January 2011, maybe February, but then it was early 2011. But now, of course, the finance minister, the then finance minister, has become president of India, but the government has still today not told us. After that press conference, based on the finding of the committee that they appointed themselves, what action they had taken to get the black money back. And even then, further later, there was a white paper also submitted in the parliament. So the government has been moving comfortably from one to another in terms of promise. Within 100 days, we'll take steps to bring in black money. Then there's a pressure from the court. You give only selective names rather than the entire 22 which came from Liechtenstein. Then you move on to a situation where more pressure is forming. Small countries abroad are all trying to, get their black money back to themselves. We are told, no, it is a double taxation business, so we have to be extremely careful, whereas that is not a main issue at all. And then we've been told severally that there were, agreements with several countries, and those bipartite agreements will determine how money will be gotten back because we cannot harass people. Then came the white paper. Then when through the French government, a list of 700 people's names came out, demand was there from us. I remember from this very platform we had demanded saying release the names. Even then the names were not released, leading to a suspicion that the government is probably keen on protecting some of the names which were in these lists, whether of the Liechtenstein list or of the French government list. Today, you again have this debate about black money, about the lists which are coming, and about the inaction of this government in this matter. We demand that the entire list of 700 names which have come from the French government be made public. We demand that this list be made public. They cannot pick and choose from this list. We want all the names out. And again, we demand, and also first of all, ask this government, have you started any investigation as regards black money stashed abroad? What have you done with the committee that you formed? What were the recommendations? Have you taken any action on them? If not, even now, we demand, why not investigate into HSBC when you're getting so many different versions of what is going on? And if apologies are being tendered by HSBC, did they have a knowledge of the list of 700 names that they already procured from wherever? And therefore, we demand an investigation. If the government, first of all, cannot explain what action they have taken, what are the things they are doing about getting black money, have they started investigating anybody? We demand that they investigate into this HSBC affair. I think time has come that in spite of all the Chintan Baitak that the Congress party may engage in, and in that we know very clearly that they are reviewing their manifesto from the point of view of how much has been achieved, how much has been fulfilled. If we go by the 100 days promise, the list of 100 days promises that they made, within 100 days we do A, we do B, C and so on. Your commitment within 100 days about black money has not been fulfilled till today. So, the Chintan Baitak, before it concludes, should make an honest statement of how they have failed to do many things, but that which was not part of the manifesto has been achieved to the fullest. A scandal a day, corruption to the hilt, volumes of corruption going astronomically. Obviously, these are not things which were part of your manifesto, but you've succeeded in achieving them. So I think the Congress party should face the truth and clearly tell us what they've achieved in terms of getting the black money back. Thank you.